Lipozene markets itself as a supplement to, quote, lose pure body fat. But does it actually help, and how does it compare to other similar weight loss supplements? Let's take an in-depth look at Lipozene for weight loss to see if it's worth your money, see if we can replicate it with a cheaper alternative, and give it an overall rating. The only active ingredient in Lipozene is konjac fiber, a commonly used soluble fiber supplement. Like other soluble fibers, the way it helps with weight loss is by suppressing your appetite, by creating bulk in the stomach when mixed with liquid, and by filling your stomach up without significantly adding more calories to your diet. Konjac fiber supplements are most commonly used in weight loss supplements because as a soluble fiber, it tends to absorb more water and be thicker and bulkier than other soluble fibers. This helps it to delay gastric emptying and essentially makes it more difficult for you to eat too quickly and too much. Some people wonder how Lipozene might compare to other weight loss supplements like Hydroxycut. This is like comparing which tastes better, apples or oranges. Some people just like the taste of apples better, and some people enjoy the taste of oranges more. It can be difficult to compare two very different fruits, and it would be easier to compare the taste of, say, different types of apples. Similarly, both Lipozene and Hydroxycut are supposed to do very different things in the body. Some people just prefer one supplement over another, and you can't really compare the two. So you need to compare Lipozene to another supplement that does something similar, like another soluble fiber supplement. Now, there are other soluble fiber supplements that are comparable or even better than Lipozene to help bulk out the stomach. Psyllium husk is another popular bulking agent to help manage appetite and is found in products like Colon Broom and Metamucil, but is found most cost efficiently as generic psyllium husk powder in bulk. It doesn't quite hold as much water, but is also more gentle on the digestive system, making it less likely to cause GI issues like constipation or gas. Konjac fiber comes in a few different forms. Lipozene contains regular konjac fiber, which is one of the most unrefined forms of this particular soluble fiber. Glucomannan is another form of konjac fiber that's much more refined and retains more of the bulking and thickening properties of konjac fiber. This makes glucomannan slightly better suited toward appetite control than regular konjac fiber supplements like Lipozene. Additionally, glucomannan can be purchased at a much cheaper cost than Lipozene if you source a bulk generic form. However, the downside to bulkier and thicker soluble fibers is that it tends to cause more gastrointestinal side effects, like becoming constipated, especially if you don't drink enough water with it. That being said, most soluble fibers are relatively safe to take. Make sure you follow the instructions on the bottle and have it with enough water or it could constipate you worse. Lipozene and konjac fiber in general is highly fermentable in the gut, meaning that your gut bacteria could end up breaking it down, sometimes resulting in minor gastrointestinal upsets like gas, bloating, or mild abdominal pain. Gastrointestinal obstructions and blockages are rare, but possible in certain people who have medical issues that put them at risk of an obstruction. So if you had abdominal surgery or Crohn's disease, make sure you check with your doctor before trying to take any soluble fiber supplement. Soluble fiber supplements like Lipozene are typically taken before a meal, mainly to help reduce overeating at that meal. It's not going to do anything for body fat, and it's only going to help if you're already reducing your food intake and need something to make your stomach feel fuller on less food. It's not going to help if you're not controlling your diet already, tend to snack too often, or tend to stress or binge eat. Even if it does help, don't expect miracles. Up-to-date research on soluble fibers suggests that it can help with improving things related to obesity, like cholesterol or blood sugar levels, but don't really show any significant weight differences. This means that soluble fiber supplements are mostly supportive of weight loss, but likely don't cause any weight loss themselves. Again, this should drive home the point that you need to be managing your diet already for soluble fibers like Lipozene to help. Overall, Lipozene is essentially an extremely overpriced konjac fiber supplement. It'll work basically the same as any other konjac fiber. A 60-pill bottle of Lipozene costs $30. Because you need to take 2 before each meal, if you're having 3 meals a day, that's 6 per day, meaning a monthly supply is going to cost around $90. If you were to take a generic glucomannan supplement at the same dose, a monthly supply is likely to cost closer to $15, and you'd probably get a better hunger managing effect from refined glucomannan than you would with Lipozene. Rating Lipozene by effectiveness for weight loss, I'm giving it a C. Like any soluble fiber, it works to help manage hunger, and taking it without already reducing your food intake is not likely going to have any effects on your weight whatsoever. Rating it by cost, I'm giving it an F. A monthly cost of $90 for konjac fiber is way too expensive, especially since you can get more refined glucomannan for 6 times less. Rating it for safety, I'm giving it a B. Konjac fiber is relatively safe to use, provided you have it with enough water. Overall rating, I'm giving a D. I would not recommend it at all. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Young. Do you think it's worth it? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a like. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date, and share this video with someone you know can use the info.